some interesting spiritual activity a few nights ago at this hotel I was staying at. And I think how I navigated it is an important lesson for us. So I want to offer it to you today. When I get to this space, I use my safe space to facilitate protocols. If you don't know what that is, this is like the Bible for any of you who do remote healing work or do group or virtual work. This is how do you protect the space? How do you discern the space anytime you're doing work within a space? So if that's you, comment to facilitate, because this is going to become your Bible. So I did that whole prep, feeling the spiritual energy at the hotel. It was interesting to say the least, but interesting doesn't mean good or bad. I'm in control. So shields are up in this space. I go to sleep. First night, my dogs wake up quite a bit, and the flow of the energy just doesn't totally feel right. I open my eyes and I see this kind of black figure. It wasn't giving nefarious, but it also wasn't giving, why are you here? You know what I mean? So I'm practically asleep, but I'm not asleep enough to forget to do what I need to do. And so I command that I am revoking this particular energy, even if it's just something figmented of my imagination. Like, I don't care. Whatever that is, I'm not available for it. So then I start to revoke using command. In my mind, I am revoking this energy. I'm unavailable for this. Now I'm setting an intention because I do know my teams of spirit. I always encourage my students not to call in their guides, because not all guides are benevolent. You want to make sure that you know what your guides are, who they are, before you start calling them in vaguely. So I know who my guides are. I call in the guide I need to clear and balance the energy of the space. So clairvoyantly, I can see, I can feel that there's a shift, and then I just nod off to sleep. So what was the lesson here? Well, the first thing is that it wasn't that my shield wasn't strong enough. We can have the brightest shield in the world and things can still enter, right? Things can still happen. And I was in a hotel, so I was only shielding my room. There's so many potentials for passerby spirits to come through. And these are just beings that are transient, souls that maybe live in the hotel, live in the land, live around the area. Like, you just don't know. Second thing is, I was asleep, but it didn't matter. What mattered was that there was something that I felt could have been off. And so I'm going to use my command no matter what, right? How my dogs were responding was enough for me. And then to see that figure, that was also my line in the sand. Finally, working with my team, working with my guides to ask to balance out the energy, allowed me to be able to go back to sleep, have a peaceful night, but also to not open up anything or continue something that could have led to potential attack. Let me know if that's supportive for you.